Okay, so far we looked at directional derivative, and that was for a scalar field, right? So what happens if you have a vector field? Okay, so if you have a vector field, there are certain properties or certain things that you can define, which are known as divergence and curl. So what is a divergence? So divergence of a vector field. Okay, so let's assume a vector field is V is given by, let's say, Vxi plus Vyj plus Vz k, right? Where V is a function of Vx, y and z. Alright. So this is your vector field, and now you want to find the divergence. So what do you mean by divergence? Divergence is nothing but del dot V, and this is sometimes written as divergence of V. Okay, this is the short form for divergence. Okay, alright. So you already know what del is now, right? Del is a operator which is given by I dou by dou x plus j dou by dou y plus k dou by dou z. So this is a vector operator, right? Okay, and now V is also a vector. So ultimately divergence of V would be given by del dot V would be given by dou by dou x into Vx plus dou by dou y into Vy plus dou by dou z into Vz. Okay, this is how your divergence of V would be defined. Okay, but what happens if you have some scalar, right? What if this is del dot phi into V? Okay, where phi is a scalar field, okay, and V is a vector field. Okay, by the way, what is an example of a vector field? The example of a vector field would be electric field or magnetic field, right? These are basically vector fields because they are dependent both on the direction, right? The value of the field at any given point is dependent both on the direction and as well as the magnitude of the field at that particular point, right? So that is a vector field. Example is electric and magnetic. Okay, so how will you find divergence of phi into V? Okay, so phi is also, here phi is a function of xyz and V is also a function of xy and z. So how will you do this, right? So we want to find del dot phi into V. So now you have to see that you basically whenever you have a differential operator and if you have two functions which are operated on, then you have to apply the chain rule. That is usually the case. So here also you will do something similar. Only thing is you have to take care of the dot product as well. Okay, so what will you get? You will get right. So you will get phi into del dot V plus V dot, right? V dot del phi. Okay, why is this? Because del phi, right, this would become a vector, this would be a vector. Okay, just because del is a vector and phi is a scalar, so operating del on phi would give you a vector, and then you can take the dot product with V, and here del dot V would give you a scalar, so you can multiply it with another scalar. Okay, that's how you will take the dot product, and this is how the divergence of phi into V is defined. Okay, alright. Next, we can also look at something called as the curl of V. Okay, so del cross V is curl V, right? So this is the curl of V. And what is this given by? This is the cross product of del operator and V. V here is the vector. So here V is a vector which is I Vx plus J Vy plus K Vz. Okay, so this is your vector. So what is the curl of V? So curl of V is nothing but, now you have to take the cross product, and the easiest way to take the cross product where you don't have to remember anything is to just write it in the form of determinant. So you'll write it as I J K, and then what are the factors, right? Factors of I, prefactor of I, J and K in del operator, those are dou by dou x, dou by dou y and dou by dou z. And what are the prefactors in Vx? These are in V vector, this is Vx, Vy and Vz, right? So you write Vx, Vy and Vz. Now you just take the determinant of this. So what will you get? You will get I into this. So you have I into dou by dou y of Vz minus dou by dou z of Vy, okay, minus j into dou by dou x of Vz minus dou by dou z of Vx, right, plus k into dou by dou y of Vz, sorry, so what is it, plus k into these two, right? So you will get dou by dou x into Vy minus dou by dou y into Vx. Okay, so this is going to be your del cross V. So you don't have to remember this formula, but just remember how to write it in the form of a determinant, right, which is in this manner. So while taking any cross product, you can write it in this manner and you can find the value. Alright. Okay. So this is your del cross V. So del cross V, okay, since this is a cross product, right? So del cross V value will also be a vector. So the result of del cross V will also be a vector, and this vector will be perpendicular. So this vector will be perpendicular to the plane containing del and V, right? So this will be perpendicular to the plane containing del and V. Okay, and as you know, the del operator is generally, right, del operator is generally perpendicular to the field V. Okay, so del operator is perpendicular to the field V, and V is of course perpendicular to del. So the del cross V will be perpendicular to the plane that contains del and V. So essentially, if del is y-axis, V is x-axis, then del cross V will be in the z-axis. Okay, so that is what you will get. All right. Now we know, right? So what is now there is another function which is known as the Laplacian. Okay, so del cross phi. Okay, this is basically this operator is known as the Laplacian operator. Okay, and this Laplacian operator is a scalar operator. Okay, so this is going to be a scalar operator. Why is it a scalar operator? Because this is nothing but del dot del phi. So phi is your scalar field, okay, on which you have a del operator acts, and that the result of that is then carried out as a dot product with another del operator. So this is also written as sometimes as divergence into grad phi. So grad is your del operator and divergence is your del dot operator, right? So this is also written in this manner. Okay, so what is your del square now? So del square operator is nothing but your del dot del phi. So let's say it is operating on phi. Then this is given by, right? You can do it, right? So you will have I dou by dou x plus j dou by dou y plus k dou by dou z dotted with del phi, which is I dou by dou x phi plus j dou by dou y phi plus k dou by dou z phi. Okay, so ultimately what you're going now, if you take the dot product of this, you will get dou square by dou x square phi plus dou square by dou y square phi plus dou square by dou z square phi. Okay, this is your del square phi. Okay, which means that del square operator is nothing but dou square by dou x square plus dou square by dou y square plus dou square by dou z square. Okay, this is your operator. Okay, this is your Laplacian, okay, operator. All right. Okay, so there are several important differential equations which are based in the Laplacian operator. So just to give you some examples, these are del square phi is 0. This is known as a Laplace's equation. Then you have del square phi equals 1 by a square dou square phi by dou t square. This is your wave equation. I think we saw this in one of the assignments. Then you have del square phi is equal to 1 by a square dou phi by dou t, and this is your this form of equation, right? This form of equation you will encounter in diffusion equation, in Schrodinger's equation, right, and as well as heat conduction equation. Okay, and all of these phenomena are represented by this form of equation. Okay, and wave is represented by this equation, and Laplace's equation you can check what is, right? So this form is known as the Laplace equation. Alright, so this operator essentially is very important, okay, because it comes in several different, it is used to represent several different physical phenomena. Alright, so I have told you what Laplacian is, what curl is, what divergence is. Now one more important point, okay. Alright, so one important point was that when we did del phi, where phi is a scalar field, right, and we converted this into cylindrical coordinates, right, what did we do? basically we were able to write del phi as right, ER into dou by dou R into phi, right, plus 1 by R E theta dou by dou theta into phi plus Ez dou by dou Z into phi. This we were able to do when we converted del phi to cylindrical coordinates, okay, where phi is the scalar field. But when let's say when V is a vector field and you want to find the divergence of V, which is del dot V, okay, then what do? Then if you convert to cylindrical coordinates, if you convert this to cylindrical coordinates, you are going to get del dot V is nothing but 1 by R dou by dou R into RVR plus 1 by R dou by dou theta into V theta plus dou by dou Z into Vz. So this is what you are going to get, okay. So if you notice this equation, right, this equation divergence of V is very different from grad of phi. So this is nothing but grad phi is different from grad of phi, right, okay. So even though they look similar, they are going to be different. And how and why this is different, okay, why del dot V is different from del phi, right. This is because there are certain properties of the divergence of V, right, because I have told you how divergence of V is calculated, right. Divergence of V is nothing but where was it? So here, this is curl, yeah, this formula, right. If you look at divergence of phi dot V, this is the formula, and because of this formula you are going to get a slightly different result for divergence of V in the cylindrical coordinates, okay. So I am not really going to do the derivation, but if anyone is interested, they can look up the derivation in the Bose textbook, okay. So the list is there. It's different because del dot phi V is equal to phi into del dot V plus V dot del phi, okay. So because of this formula, this is going to be different, okay. So when you convert it to cylindrical coordinates, you have to write it in this manner, and then when you write it in this manner, you are going to get a slightly different result, okay. All right, so now let's do some small problems where we actually calculate the divergence and curl and the Laplacian of various vector fields, okay. So let's see. V is given by x sine y into I plus cos yj plus xy k, okay, and we need to find divergence and curl of V. So let's first find the divergence of V. Divergence of V is nothing but del dot V, okay. So what is del dot V? It will be dou by dou x of Vx plus dou by dou y of Vy plus dou by dou z of Vz. This is going to be our divergence of V. So if V is given by x sin yi plus cos yj plus xyk, right? This is our V function. So this part is your Vx, this is your Vy, and this is your Vz. Okay, so now you only have to take the differential with respect to x for the Vx part. Okay, similarly for the Vy and Vz part. So you will get del dot V is nothing but, what is dou by dou x of Vx? You will get sin y, and dou by dou y of Vy, it is minus sin y, and dou by dou z of Vz, there is no z here in this component, so you will get 0. So this is going to cancel out, so you will get 0. So del dot V is nothing but 0. Okay, so this is your divergence of V. And next, let's find out what is curl of V. Curl of V is del cross V. Okay, so we have to find what is del cross V. Del cross V is nothing but I j k dou by dou x, dou by dou y, dou by dou z, and Vx, Vy, Vz. Okay, this is nothing but I j k. So dou by dou x is, so you have dou by dou x, dou y, dou by dou z, and Vx is x sin y, Vy is cos y, and Vz is xy. Okay, so let's see. So you are going to get I into dou by dou y of xy minus dou by dou z of cos y minus j into dou by dou x of xy minus dou by dou z of x sin y plus k into dou by dou x of cos y minus dou by dou y of x sin y. Okay, so let's do these differentials. So you will get dou by dou y of xy will be only x, so you will get I into x, and this will be 0, right? And then you have dou by dou x of xy will give you y, so minus j y, and this was again 0. And then you have dou by dou x of cos y is 0, and dou by dou y of x sin y, so this will give you plus k into minus x cos y. Okay, so ultimately you are going to get xi minus yj minus x cos y k. Okay, so this is going to be your, this is your del cross V. So this is your curl of V. Alright, is this clear? Now let's do a small problem for Laplacian. So calculate Laplacian of x cube minus 3xy square plus y cube. Okay, first thing to notice is this is a scalar quantity. So Laplacian is always let's call it scalar field. So Laplacian is always calculated for a scalar field. Okay, so since this is a scalar field, there are no components like Vx, Vy, Vz or phi x, phi y, phi z. Everything is a scalar field. Okay, so phi is equal to x cube minus 3xy square plus y cube, and we have to calculate del square phi, okay, which is nothing but dou square by dou x square phi plus dou square by dou y square phi plus dou square by dou z square phi. Alright, okay. So what is dou by dou x of phi is 3x square minus 3y square, and dou square by dou x square phi would be, you have to again differentiate this one again, so you will get 6x. Dou by dou y phi would be minus 6xy plus 3y square. So dou square by dou y square phi would be minus 6x plus 6y. Okay. And dou by dou z phi would be 0 because there is no term which is, or phi does not have any z in it. So this is going to be 0. Therefore dou square by dou z square phi is also going to be 0. So now we can calculate Laplacian. So this will be del square of phi is going to be 6x minus 6x plus 6y. So this is going to be your 6y, the Laplacian. So I'll give you some homework problems now, and you can try them out. Homework: calculate divergence and curl of v is equal to x square I plus y square j plus z square k. And the second homework is calculate Laplacian of x square plus y square plus z square whole power minus half. Okay, so these are your two homework problems. All right.